Ramel Keyton, catching footballs faster than a caffeine-addicted squirrel on a sugar Hyatt Krispy Kreme. Whatever I said there, I'm sure I meant it. That's what the show's about today. Come on in.
Broadcasting live from the only establishment in town that can't kick him out. His own basement. The world according to Rocket.
Hey, guess who it is? You never guess. It is I, Rocket Man, and I'm here to serve you a tall glass of Tennessee football with a splash of 6 days until kickoff. Nice. All right, folks. Today we're dialing in on another one of our awesome receivers, Ramel Keyton, the lightning bolt from Marietta, Georgia. Did I mention how it just tickles my innards to know that we keep getting people from Georgia? I like that so much. Anyway, he's the lightning bolt from Marietta, Georgia, and he's been making some waves on Rocky Top. You know, he took over from Cedric, or for Cedric, when Cedric got hurt last year, and he did amazing. I'll tell you all about it. Before we hit the main event, I got to say a huge thanks to all of you who keep coming back for more. For some strange reason, you are the oil to my squeaky YouTube machine. And I appreciate you. Go ahead and hammer that like button. Hammer that subscribe button. And that'll show me you want more Tennessee coverage and Tennessee tales. And hey, for everyone dropping those super thanks and super chats, I need it, and I appreciate it. You are the wind beneath my YouTube wings. And for sure, the reason I can afford the hair gel that I'm using today. I particularly want to call out George Kemp, Evan Counts, and Rando for super chats and super thanks yesterday. Appreciate you so much. So, who is this Ramel Keyton anyway? I'm glad you asked. This kid, straight out of Marietta, Georgia, started making noise at University of Tennessee. Okay, get ready. I'm just warning you. I'm going to say a curse word, and it's almost as bad a curse word as you can say. I'm just telling you. Plug your ears. He started making noise at University of Tennessee. Here it comes. Under Jeremy Pruitt. I just get a little nauseous, and I throw up a little bit in my throat when I say that. I won't say that curse word anymore. I'll say the worst of cursed words, but I'm not going to say that one anymore. I apologize. The real sonic boom happened with Ramel when, of course, Coach Heupel, who I like to refer to as Yoda, when he came to town and made the scheme changes and put his amazing offense in play, right? Ramel had to make some changes. He wasn't used to that style of football. He made them, and he made those changes in style. Here's what Coach Hype had to say about him. Quote, he's somebody who probably puts as much time or more time than anybody inside of our program into extra work. You can come up here late at night and see him on the JUGS. There's a joke here that I'm really fighting hard not to do. You know what it is? It has to do with the JUGS machine. The question is, will I make it through this broadcast without doing the JUGS machine joke? Anyway, he's continued to grow in what we're doing and understanding of our schemes. He's continued to heighten his fundamental technique at that wide receiver position. And that was a huge part of why we took advantage of the opportunity when Cedric went down last year to put him in, and he responded at a very high level. Quote, he's somebody who probably puts as much time or more time than anybody inside of our program into extra work. You can come up here late at night and see him on the JUGS. There's a joke here that I'm really fighting hard not to do. You know what it is? It has to do with the JUGS machine. The question is, will I make it through this broadcast without doing the JUGS machine joke. Anyway, he's continued to grow in what we're doing and understanding of our schemes. He's continued to heighten his fundamental technique at that wide receiver position. And that was a huge part of why we took advantage of the opportunity when Cedric went down last year to put him in, and he responded at a very high level. I'm doing pretty good so far without not doing the JUGS machine joke. Anyway, all right, folks, let's get to the good stuff. You know, they say in Tennessee, when the whiskey's gone, you just simply find a new bottle, right? So with our top two receivers, Jalin Hyatt and Cedric Tillman, tipping their caps and moving on to the NFL, I might add, the Volunteers are reaching deep into their liquor cabinet, and there's a certain bottle of spirit named Ramel Keyton. I like that. I just made that up. Ramel Keyton. Ready to be uncorked. He's standing about 6'3", 200 pounds, and it's not just any ordinary receiver. Here's why. Every time he catches the ball, he averages 18 yards a catch, which means every time he throws the ball and he catches it, it's a first down and then some. That's impressive, right? Against Akron, he didn't just catch the ball. He flew like an eagle, grabbing a 57-yard touchdown pass. Can you imagine that? And oh boy, against UT Martin, the man was on fire, catching 2 of his 5 touchdown passes for the season. It's like watching someone find that last piece of barbecue at the family reunion and running like hell before Aunt Patty gets it. Right? Y'all got to know Aunt Patty? Speaking of memories, who can forget that iconic catch against Florida? Now, that is my second favorite catch of the season. We talked about Brew McCoy's, but I think this was a close second, and I mean only by a tiny little hair, because if he not made that catch, that layout catch against Florida, they were surging back, and we were down on I think certainly inside the 10, maybe even inside the 5. And Hooker hurled it out there, and man, he laid out and caught that ball, getting us out of a bind and a first down. Man, he was like watching a ballet dancer in cleats. I ain't kidding. Pure magic, that guy. And he's got big shoes to fill after Tillman and Hyatt have left. And it's clear he's not just stepping in. He's diving in head first, and he's well suited for it. Hey, Vols fans, want to jet set around the world or just explore a hidden gem in our backyard? Don't get bogged down with the pesky details and letdowns of travel planning. Hand off the stress and let DockeryDestinations.com take the reins. With their boutique touch right out of Nashville, they know the essence of a perfect getaway, whether you're venturing around the globe or just want to go around the corner. Call my friend Deb, the pro, at Dockery Destinations, 615-863-1263. Remember, every great adventure starts with the right plan. And he's not just a player, he's a leader. And with plenty of young guys on the team, Keyton is the elder statesman now, the wise owl perched on high, overseeing the crowd, the squad, making sure every pass and every play counts. He's the kind of guy you want leading your team into battle for sure, because if Tennessee is a finely tuned guitar, Keyton is kind of that smooth, dependable note that makes that whole melody sound just right. Now, this is fun. Keyton, as you know, for a couple of years here, his jersey number has been number 80. Well, he's decided to swap out his jersey, number 80, for the number 9. Coach Pope, the receivers coach, says sometimes a guy needs a new number. And you know what? Maybe he's right. Maybe it's a little superstition, a new beginning, doesn't matter. Or maybe it's just because 9 is less itchy. Either way, we're looking forward to seeing number 9 making some magical catches on the field this season. So as we look to the horizon, as the sun sets over Neyland Stadium, remember the name, Ramel Keyton. He very well could be the man of the hour, the unsung hero, and the promise of a new dawn this year for the Volunteers. Wrapping it up here, Ramel Keyton, from playing in Marietta's backyard to the University of Georgia and to turning heads at college football's biggest stage here in Neyland Stadium. Talent, dedication, and a sprinkle of football magic. That's how I think of him, and we're going to see plenty of that this year. We're always fishing for the next big story here at Nash Rocket Media, and I appreciate you hanging around. Until next time, may your humor be dry and your footballs always be a tight spiral. We'll see you in the next video.